God is not going to give me extra hours. I have to work with the 24 that He gives me, because the same hours that He's giving everybody else. So when I realized that, I decided that the problem was not 24 hours, the problem was me. I was wasting my time. I was scrolling on social media too much. I was spending a lot of my time fantasizing and imagining. But this is not a lecture video. I'm not here to lecture you. I'm just here to share some of the hacks that I have been able to use in uni that has helped me manage my time a little better. Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new to this space, my name is Oto-Obong. I am a student, entrepreneur, and many other things in between. If you want to find out more, click the subscribe button and do well to stick around. This video has been highly anticipated. I remember someone walked up to me one time. I was preparing a meal in the kitchen, and that was like in March rather, and she told me, Oto-Obong, please, I need you to shoot a video on time management. I was just wondering, like, what made you think I manage my time properly? Or like, why all of a sudden? I mean, it's possible for someone to say, oh, Oto-Obong, I need to shoot a video on boundaries, or Oto-Obong, I need to shoot a video on this and on that. But like time management, I don't know what she saw in me, bro. I really don't know. But yeah, it's not like I'm a novice when it comes to time management. It's something that I have been working on for a very long time, since I realized that every single thing that God has given us is a resource, and we are going to give account for it, and our time is part of that resource. Yeah, God expects us to make use of our time properly. Psalm 90 verse 12 says, so teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom. Ephesians chapter 5 verse 15 to 16 says, see then that you walk circumspectly, not as fools, but as wise, redeeming the time, because the days are evil. From what I can get from this verse, which is very harsh, but is the truth, is that anybody who doesn't make use of your time well is foolish. Whatever. So yeah, I'm going to be sharing 5 of the hacks that work for me, because I'm not just a student. I'm also into entrepreneurship. I have a jewelry business. I also am a leader in my fellowship, and then I also have like many responsibilities that they're my family, because I'm the first child, and I have to try to reach out to my siblings once in a while to let them know that I am your best friend and nobody can take you away from me. Period. So the first hack, look, I don't know how you guys deal without a to-do list, but every single day that I tell myself, oh, Oto-Obong, you can wing it. Guess what? I don't wing it. I don't. I end up very disorganized, and I end up not even doing things that make sense. Before I sleep, I like to go through the whole day, like replay everything in my head, just to know, oh, what did I do? What should I have done better? What did I do well? And just maybe pat myself on the back. And on those days when I go a whole day without a to-do list, I do not do the necessary things that I'm supposed to do. And what do I end up doing? I end up regretting. Your mind is not a storage space. This is where a lot of information is coming in. Like, stop keeping it up here. You will forget. Write it down. It will not take anything from you. Write it down. And not just that, know when to attend to them. Don't just say, oh, I'm going to read today. 11 p.m. is today, right? And as at 9 a.m., you're like, today has not finished. Today has not finished. 2 p.m. Today has not finished. 6 p.m. Today has not finished. 9 p.m. Today has not finished. 11 p.m. Today has not finished. 11:59. You may end up never doing that. So instead of just writing out the things you hope to achieve in a particular day, attach a time frame to it. So you know that by 2 p.m. you cannot entertain any gist from any friend. Why? Because you're supposed to be studying. You know that by 6 p.m. you're not supposed to be watching that movie. Why? Because you're supposed to be packaging another. Do you understand what I'm saying? And also, I know it's very, very possible that you may not attend to every task that is on your to-do list. So something that I would advise is that you have priorities, major things you want to accomplish today. And the other things can be, if you've accomplished those major things, you can now decide to attend to the ones that are not so much of priority. Do you get? So you should have at least three priorities that you want to focus on in a day and write it out, like asterisk it or something, but just let it ring in your mind that these things must be accomplished today so that you'll be able to focus on the other ones when you're done accomplishing it. Do you understand what I'm saying? Sometimes all you need is an organized space. I love organized spaces. I realize that I focus properly better, a whole lot better when my space is organized and when it's giving all those aesthetics. So like sometimes all I just have to do is clear the clutter. Makes me feel like I've achieved something today. Arrange my locker, arrange my table, arrange my bed, just give yourself some princess treatment. Do you understand? Okay, for the guys, what they call it for you guys, the prince treatment or king treatment? I don't know. I don't know. But for the girls, it's princess treatment. You're not going to wait for somebody to be doing that for you, okay? Start doing it now. Organize your spaces. Just you deserve the best, okay? So give yourself the best. And these things will reposition you. So when you're coming into your room, and you're seeing a space that is already organized, you feel fulfilled, you feel okay, let's move on to the next thing. Do you get? But like if everywhere is just cluttered, it's going to be, I don't have the words, but you understand what I'm saying. I believe it. Next up, I think this is something that really helps when I am praying, when I am studying the word of God, when I'm working. A lot of things come to my head. So I can be praying, or I can be studying my Bible, or I can be working on my project, and it just comes to mind that, oh, Oto-Obong, you're supposed to reach out to this person today. Like I said, there is a lot of information already in your brain. You have two options, right? You can either abandon what you're doing to reach out to that person, or focus on what you're doing and tell yourself, oh, I'll get back to it later. But that will continue ringing in your head. Oh, you're supposed to reach out to this person. You're supposed to reach out to this person. You're supposed to reach out to this person. And you don't need that. So what do? Get a jotter, a piece of paper or something, and write it down. Don't leave it till a later time because you may forget. And don't leave what you're doing to attend to that thing. Depends on how urgent it is anyway. Don't leave what you're doing to attend to that thing because you may never get back to what you're doing, especially if you're studying, bro. You have to motivate yourself to study to get to that point where everything is now looking like it's entering. And you now leave that momentum to go, and you may never get the momentum back, and you might just say, well, I've already studied today, so let's move on. So don't do that to yourself. Nah, don't do that. Why do I feel like your big sister? I may be your big sister, who knows? Next one. This has really, really helped me a lot because there are many things that I love to do. One of it is listening to podcasts. I love to listen to podcasts, especially if it's the Elizabeth Elliot podcast or my Monday Muffin. If you don't know what Monday Muffin is, then you probably do not know me. It's a podcast that I release every Monday, and you will find it on Spotify. Just search Monday Muffin. Or you can check the link in my description. So I love to listen to podcasts, right? Now, I don't just want to be listening to podcasts and I'm doing nothing, because that could be like, okay, Elizabeth Elliot's podcasts are like 30 to 45 minutes, but I like to listen to it on 1.5x. So that could be like, I don't know how many minutes that could be, like, let's just say 17 minutes ish, 17 to 20 minutes ish, right? So 20 minutes I'm only listening to podcasts. No, instead I pair it with an active task. Now an active task can be walking to class. So I know that I want to tick two items off my list. So I pair an active task, which is walking to class, and a passive task, which is listening to podcasts. I also do this when I'm cooking. I could listen to a podcast while I'm cooking. I could read a book while I'm cooking because the food is on fire. I'm not cooking with the food. So while the food is on fire, I'm reading a book. Do you understand? And it could apply for so many other things as well. Just try to find out on your on your to-do list, look for a task that will require like so much of your attention and a task that will not require so much of your attention, and try to pair them together. You can do that at the same time. So another example could be, maybe you're going a long distance, and instead of just sitting down and scrolling on your phone, maybe another thing on your to-do list would be to read 10 pages of your book. Why not just read 10 pages of your book in the bus or in the plane or wherever you're in, okay? So you're not just on transit, you're doing something else. That's like killing two birds with one stone. So pair active tasks with passive tasks. You see that something else get cleared off your schedule, and you're able to save more time. So we have three major commodities. We have time, we have money, and we have energy. Now money can buy time, money can buy energy. Time can buy money, time can buy energy. Energy can buy money, energy can buy energy. Now energy can buy time. Okay, let me try to explain. So for instance, yeah, I have a packed schedule, right? And I want to eat. I have two options. One is to cook, and that cooking will take my time and my energy. But I can use my money to buy time and energy, and I eat. By doing what? By buying food. Now, not everybody likes to buy food outside, which is totally fine. I mean, but look for another example where your money can buy time and energy. So I'm to go to class, and maybe my class is a 30-minute walk, and I need to attend to some other things. So I can buy time and energy by what? By entering a cab. Do you understand what I'm saying? So sometimes you got to let your money go. Yeah, you got to. It depends on how tasky every single thing, like your day is. Some days you may want to trek, some days you may want to cook, but some days you got to let your money go. Okay? I know it's hard. I know it's hard. I know it's really, really hard. But some days you got to do that to save time. It works. It does. Now, the last thing, I went for a sleepover at my friend's hostel weeks back, weeks or over a month now, and I found out that she brings out all her clothes for the week on the weekend. Like on Saturday, she brings out all the clothes for next week, and it's just arranged there. And I was stunned. Me, I'm still struggling to bring out my clothes the night before, and girl, you bring out all your clothes. But you know what that does? It saves you the stress when you wake up in the morning. Let's say, for instance, you plan to wake up by 5 a.m. And your class is by 8 a.m. But you mistakenly woke up by 7 a.m. or 7:30, and then you're running to the bathroom to go and take your bath and everything. Then the next thing is for you to go and start looking for your clothes. But if your clothes is already out there, you're good. I remember like this time we were to have a meeting in my fellowship by 6:30 a.m. So my plan was that I was going to wake up by 4. I was going to do my quiet time, say till like 5, and then I was going to prepare, dress up, everything, and then get to chapel. And it's usually a 25 to 30 minute walk for me because I like to walk. I like to take my time. Now, if I'm running, it should be like 24 or 23 for me. Like, and you run into it, I'm still taking my time. So yeah, that day I woke up by 5:40. So that means I had 20 minutes to have my bath, to dress up and everything, which is not realistic for me. It takes me like over 30 minutes to 1 hour to to take my bath and dress up because I'm taking my time. Okay, okay, don't accuse me. And I just had 20 minutes. I was like, what? In that 20 minutes, what I could do was brush my teeth, have my bath. The next thing was for me to go to my locker to start looking for clothes. But bro, I did myself a beautiful thing by bringing out my clothes. So all I just had to do was to wear it. And then I got to chapel before 6:30. You don't know how tomorrow is going to look like. So prepare for tomorrow the night before. iron your clothes the night before. They may not be light tomorrow, especially if you're in a country like Nigeria. You can't trust NEPA or PHCN, whatever they call it at your side, EKDC, IBDC, whatever DC they call it at your side. You can't trust it. You are able to find out that your zip is not working the night before. Sometimes another thing that I do is that I prepare like two clothes because I may wake up in the morning and I don't like the clothes that I picked the night before, so I can wear the other one. I know you may not be as complicated as I am, but prepare the night before. Pack your bags. Yeah, pack your bags. Pack everything. Like just you get, especially when you know that your day is starting in the morning, even if it's starting in the afternoon or in the evening, to save you a lot of stress, a lot of time, and so you, wherever you're going, you can actually take your time. And lastly, before I leave, has nothing to do with time hacks or anything. I want to encourage you to go to places early. Yeah. I'm going to say this to as many people as possible. Lateness irks me. It does. It does. Something that my dad made me understand about lateness is that if you are late, you're irresponsible. I'm not trying to attack you here because I go late too sometimes. And all that comes to my head is Oto-Obong, you're irresponsible for going late. Not like I'm irresponsible generally, for going late. So I think it's something that we really, really need to work on. I know that there's something called African time and everybody does it and all. But please, you can stand out. Very soon we're going to the professional world. For those that are still in school, I know majority of you watching me today are students. We're going to the professional world. You want to travel, actually, you want to japa. You think they don't keep to time there. You think there's something called African time. It's something you can work on now. If you know that you're supposed to get to a place by 7 a.m. and it takes like 30 minutes to get to that place, prepare ahead of time, prepare accordingly. Something came up, something, give space for the something that will come up. Usually it takes me like 25 minutes, like I said, to get to chapel from my hostel. So as at 6 a.m. I have left. 5 minutes is for something that will happen. Sometimes I give myself like 10 to 15 minutes for something that will happen on the road. I don't know what will happen on the road, but if it can go wrong, it can go wrong. So please, let's cultivate the habit of going to places early. I'm not perfect, like I said. So sometimes I go late and I'm not proud of it, but we can work on it, right? We can work on it, right? So yeah, I think I have come to the end of today's video. And lastly, I want to give a shout out to Rosaline for this video idea. Thank you so much for saving my brain the trouble of thinking of what next to post. So please be like Rosaline and give me a video idea. Just let me know in the comments or in my DMs for those of you who have access to my DMs, or in person for those of you who have access to me in person. Please save my brain, okay? Also, if you have any comments, if you have any other hacks that you want people to know that works for you, come on. Don't keep it to yourself. Put in the comments as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye, guys.